The woman slowly approached while holding the crystal skull, but to her surprise, the skull suddenly flew onto the skeleton. Then to everyone's horror, the crystal skeleton came to life. At that moment, an old man suddenly stepped forward and began communicating with the skeleton in Maya language. To thank them for awakening him, the Grand Tower decided to grant them one wish. As soon as he finished speaking, the woman stepped forward and requested to know all knowledge. However, just then, the entire temple began to shake violently. The 13 skeletons on the throne also began to spin rapidly. Seeing this, they hurriedly ran towards the exit. At that moment, as a large amount of information flooded into the woman's mind, it turned her to ashes on the spot. The people who managed to escape witnessed a shocking sight, a spaceship flying out of the temple ruins, vanishing in the sky with a bright flash. All of this started a few days ago, when Hans found Jack and told him that their friend had been kidnapped. Only by finding the legendary crystal skull could they get him back. So the two immediately researched relevant information and finally found a clue about the skull. Following this lead, they found a dilapidated temple and found the crystal skull inside. But just as they were leaving the temple, they were surrounded by a group of fully armed soldiers. The soldiers' goal was the skull. Jack knew that once they got their hands on it, they would kill everyone, including themselves. So he took advantage of a soldier's momentary distraction, attacked him, and then stole a car. But before they could drive far, the car crashed into a rock and stopped. As they were dazed, they suddenly saw a swarm of flesh-eating ants heading towards them. They quickly turned and ran in panic. Just when they thought they couldn't escape, an old man knelt on the ground and took out the skull. At that moment, something strange happened. The ants avoided him completely. On the other side, a soldier, unable to avoid them, was devoured by the ants. Seeing this, the woman quickly hid behind a tree stump. She then grabbed a vine and managed to escape. But the next second, the ants began to pile up and climb upwards. Seeing that one of the ants had already climbed onto her, the woman quickly killed it with her leg. Luckily, her subordinates arrived just in time to assist, and they managed to deal with the ants. As they were preparing to rappel down the cliff to find the City of Gold, Jack and his group also drove after them. But the next second, they sped off the cliff. Luckily, the armored vehicle landed on a large tree, and they narrowly escaped. Then, they followed the river toward the City of Gold.